What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing great. So on this video, as you've seen on the title, I want to show you guys how to add in some beads on your braids, or in this case I used yarn to add onto my daughter's hair because it's still short. So I realized that I bought these beads and the holes in them they're just very small, and it's gonna be tough to just add into the extensions just the way it is. So this is how I am going to be adding to the beads on the braids. I hope it's going to be helpful for you in case you bought beads that have tiny holes and they're giving you a hard time installing. Just watch this video to the end and you'll be successful when you try it on your own. I promise you it's not as difficult as it may look. So you need a thread and a needle. So on one end I have the needle, and on the other, as you've seen, I've just tied a loop. So one end is going to have the needle and the other end is going to have a loop which is going to help you add in the beads. So these two and plus your beads. So enjoy the video. If you're new to this channel, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Also leave a comment down below by the end of the video if you will have learned something. I'll be grateful and happy knowing that I at least made you learn something. Yeah, so just leave a comment and like my video if it's helpful at the end of it. So you're gonna be putting beads depending on how many beads you need. On my case, I needed to add just 2 on each piece of hair, and that is what I'll be doing, but I make sure to add as many as possible so that I won't be going back to add beads. So that's what I am doing right here, and then we head now to the actual work of adding in the beads on the hair. Also, something else you need to note is if you're adding beads, it's going to be the opposite of how you'll be putting them on the hair. So if you want a pink one to be on top, you're gonna have to put it at the end, and vice versa. I hope that makes sense. Also be careful not to lift your rope so high unless you want them to all fall out. So here you're just going to take your piece of hair and put it in between your loop. Put it in between your loop as you've seen me do, and then you're going to take your beads. As I said, depending on how many you want to add, I said I will be adding 2 on each. So I took 2 and you slide them in. As you can see, it's quite a struggle, but because of how we're doing it, it's going to be easier. So also something else you need to note is depending on how small or how big your holes are on the beads, you're gonna have to make the braids smaller. So in my case, my beads have small holes, so in this case I made sure not to add too much yarn unless I wanted the hair to be bigger, so it was going to be difficult. So if your beads are tiny, make sure your hair is not big so that it fits well. If it's going to be big, then definitely it's not going to to fit regardless of how much you try pulling it through. So make sure your hair is not as big because the holes are small. So the rest is just a repetition. I'm going to repeat another one so that you guys can see exactly how to do it correctly. And I hope you guys learned something. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Give my video a like. leave a comment down below. Have you learned something from this video? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.